What's happening, guys? So here we are. It is the day after Thanksgiving. Had a wonderful time with the family. Had some great food. We are now sitting on Black Friday. Black Friday is the biggest selling day and kicks off the Christmas shopping season. I have never done this before in my life. I always stayed away from Black Friday shopping, but because today is a special day, it is my wife's birthday, and my wife wanted to go do some shopping, and it's your birthday, you can do whatever you want. So here we are. Now I just came back from spending a couple of hours just walking. Can't really see a whole lot. This parking lot is loaded. Just spent a couple of hours walking, and I can honestly tell you that it is a madhouse. Which I now can understand how, with something that happened when we first got here, I can see now why people get into arguments and possibly even fights. When first coming here, this is considered to be the outlet shopping mall. This is where they have all the name brand stores that are having big discounts on their products. And there's literally, I can't even tell you how many different stores are here, but there's a lot. You got like Coach, Nike, Tommy Hilfiger, probably didn't say that right, doesn't matter. Just all kinds of stuff. Let me see. H&M, it doesn't matter. But anyhow, couldn't find a parking spot. Finally, there was a lady that was backing out of a spot. I was sitting there waiting for her. She's backing out. A gentleman knew that I was sitting there waiting to take that spot, and you can probably guess what happened next. This guy just comes flying up right directly in front of me. As I was slowly pulling, towards taking that spot, he come flying right up in front, right directly in front of the car. And he pulled into that empty spot. And I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at this guy. He gets out of his car and I'm thinking, and then he went from thinking to direct attack with my mouth. I pretty much had a lot of not so good things to say to this man, which I thought was very deserving. And, I'm not the type of person to start anything with anybody. If there's 2 or 3 open spots, I'd be the kind of guy to say, go ahead, take this spot. I'll take the next one. Wasn't like that. I pulled into the parking lot. There's nowhere to park, and I'm sitting there. I clearly was waiting on that spot, had my turn signal on, everything. And this guy just flew in there, got up out of his car, and I'm not going to tell you what I said to him. But he stopped and he looked at me and he just turned around and kept walking like, I don't really care. I can see now why things happen when they have these big sales. It was one of the most ignorant things that I had ever seen anybody do. Ignorant things. This guy was like Indian or something like that. He was like he was from India or Indian or something like that. So that kicked off my first experience for Black Friday shopping. Now I am walking towards the outlets, and the people are just everywhere. They're like vultures. I mean, people are just like standing in lines, like long lines to get into these stores. And I'm thinking, okay. I look on their windows, their front windows, and it says 20% off in the whole store. 20% isn't really a whole lot. But yet these people were all standing in this line. And I'm thinking, people are going to stand out in the cold. I know. And they're going to stand in these long, okay, I just said that. Stand in these long lines, basically, for 20% off. When they normally have that throughout the week on any given day. What made it any different today than, say, tomorrow? It was like that in quite a few stores. There was people actually lined up, like long lines of people standing outside waiting to get into the store. And it was just bizarre. I did it for about 2 hours. And then I was done. I told the wife, I love you, sweetheart, okay? I love you dearly, but this is not for me. I can't take all the people. You walk into these stores, you're bouncing off of people. You can't really enjoy yourself. You can't really see any, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could take the time to look at something, but next thing you know, you're like backing into somebody, or somebody's like walking in front of you constantly. It was chaos. It was like setting a dozen of rats in a maze, and they're all over the place. That's how it was in every one of these stores. And I'm thinking, how can you possibly enjoy shopping when it's like that? So I retired from the Black Friday experience, came out to the car. Here I am now talking to you. I did take some footage while I was there. Not necessarily in the stores, but on the outside. And there's a lot of people, guys. There's a lot of people. Now this does kick off Christmas shopping season. It's usually usually is Thanksgiving Day, but it really supposed to kick off the day after. So I'd have to say my Black Friday shopping days, this will be the only one that I'll ever probably experience in my lifetime. It's just not worth it. And it's like a chick magnet, because all you really see is mostly women shopping at all these stores. They're digging it. It's in their blood. They love this stuff. They love the shopping. I'm watching people. I evaluate. I know. I evaluate people, and women really get downright in the zone. They're like in the zone when they shop. They're like they don't even know what's around them, because they're so focused on what they're looking at. And you may look around a little bit, and you move to the next rack, and it starts all over again. I'm in the zone. I noticed that people, but all in all, it looked to me like people were enjoying themselves, and it was nice to see families, whole families all coming together and getting out together and doing this kind of stuff. I don't have anything against it. I just don't know how you can really enjoy yourself walking into these stores when there's so many people in the store. How can you possibly? And then on top of that, the amount of time it takes you to get out of the store, because if you want to buy something, you're standing in this long line about the whole length of the store just to get up to the counter to pay for it. Just doesn't seem worth it to me, y'all. Does not seem like it's worth it. There was a couple of stores that had 70% off, that's a pretty good deal. But most of them, from what I had seen, was 20 and 30% off, which that's not really a great deal. Not for it being Black Friday. I don't know. Target, Walmart, Kohl's, their parking lots are loaded to the max, and they're pretty big lots. They're loaded from one end all the way to the other. And so, it's, I don't know. It's something, it's not for me. I've watched videos on it. But now with that man doing what he did to me today, I can understand why there are fights and arguments and screaming matches. I get it now. It happened. My first time ever, it happened. Somebody actually was rude enough to pull something like that off. It was almost as though the man felt entitled, like, I'm entitled to this spot, you're not. And yeah, guys, I could have gotten really, really nasty with this guy, but I didn't. You know what I mean? It's just a parking spot, but still, it was just, you know, it was a very rude thing to do. So that's all I got. I'm gonna putting this video up. You guys can check out some of the madness, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye bye.